which we contract HIV/AIDS is very well known, even to young politicians from Masaka here. It is sex, my friends. These are NRM men from Masaka. Other species indulge for reproduction strictly. But as human beings and the dolphins, you know, we like to have sex for the sake of it, for fun, for pleasure. But things done for pleasure can be deadly. Ladies and gentlemen, they can be deadly. We usually, get involved with them, probably by instinct, by the instinct that pushes up the desire. All of us, black or white, yellow or pink, it applies across the board. But there is a difference between humans and the dolphins. We've got larger brains. We should be able to understand that sex can lead to death. And I urge you in your corporations and organizations to tell it to your colleagues, explicitly, like I'm saying it, directly. I think it is the best way to get people out of slumber. Because we've got 1.5 million Ugandans with HIV/AIDS. That's deadly. That's deadly. We need to talk directly to the people we interact with, in the workplaces, in the political offices, everywhere. That's what I do here all the time. So we need to take conscious decisions, ladies and gentlemen, that will guarantee better health for everyone. When we run, like we're going to run on Sunday, we create awareness. We become smarter. This is a time of getting smarter. We achieve our goals when we are smart. Because we avoid death that is avoidable. HIV is not like cancer. We can take the decisions that are necessary, that are proven to stop the spread of HIV/AIDS in the workplaces. So that's why I'm very pleased by those who have given us condoms. We in Bulangi here in the bathrooms we put their packets of condoms. But they vanish at a very high rate. I'm scared. How can people indulge so much? They vanish so fast. So I get these reports, they are gone. And the people in administration, OHT Wakawa, First Deputy Katikkiro, is in charge of administration. His job is to ensure that our bathrooms have condoms. But that's a smart move. Because we can't be like ostriches that hide their faces under the sand, hoping that nobody is seeing them. That's not how you fight HIV/AIDS. We need to be smart. And the men, fellow men who are here, especially these ones the smartest ones in the councils, this is a call to you, to all of you men. Because they tell us we must serve the girl child. In your corporations, in the insurance regulatory authority, it should be the men to serve the women. The world belongs to us men. The ladies from Bank of Uganda may not agree, but the world belongs to us. Yeah, we have a few queens, we've got a few presidents and a few prime ministers. Still, the resources of the world are pretty much in the hands of men up to this point. And that's what gives the men leverage over the women, by the way. Yes. When I'm talking to young ladies here, I tell them, you must have the courage to tell your man to go for testing, even if he's in charge of paying the rent for your apartment. When the man pays the rent for your apartment, and gives you money to, to retouch your hair over the weekend. There is a lady smiling here. I don't know whether her hair is due for retouch. When the man does that and you tell her, even my nails are not doing fine, and then he brings a birthday gift, a good perfume, a good chain, you may be constrained to tell him to go for testing when he visits the apartment. But you have to be smart. You must have the courage. This isn't about macho, it's about smartness. Tell him to go and get tested, and you understand where you stand, even if he pays the rent for your apartment. If he doesn't want to do it, you'll find another man who wants to do it for you. He can't be the only man with the ability to pay for an apartment. Especially in the corporate world, all your girls are being housed in these apartments in Inaria, in Chira. Where else? Where? Chisasi. All those apartments, I am told, reliably, I'm not going to disclose my source, 60% of those apartments are paid by men for the girls. I don't know whether you know it. 60%. So, these girls occupying these apartments, working in the police force and everywhere, the young girls, tell them, be smart, have the courage to tell the man to go for testing. It won't mark the end of the world. Yes, it won't mark the end of the world. Another man will come along, probably a better man, healthier, probably even richer, and more caring. These are important messages for you corporates. Don't shy about them. Unless you want your employees to get caught in the web. Yes. The Bible says men are the heads of the families. Headship, leadership is about responsibility. You men, if we are the heads of the families, then we must be responsible. Headship or leadership isn't about the voices, the deep voices, or the beards. Not even the 6-packs that young girls want. No. It's about responsibility. If you are the head of the family, you must be responsible enough to protect that family. That's what I tell the men all the time. So, young lady, journalist, tell him, if you are the head of my family, you have to be responsible. Go for testing. Don't be scared. You'll get to your goals when you are healthy.